What's up, everybody? This is Presto.
CorporalNosaj.
And you are listening to episode 71 of the Nintendads podcast. We have a barrel of laughs for you tonight.
Oh my god.
No, we have a lot. We have a lot. This is one of those random news episodes. Obviously, number one is the Game Awards. If you're reading the description of this video, there's been a whole bunch of drama in the Smash community that we have to talk about. What else? Yeah, mostly the Game Awards, some game-related stuff, a lot of Smash-related stuff that we're gonna not spend too much time on. I promise.
You promise.
I promise. I promise that I'll try to not spend a lot of time on it. And an exciting new partnership. Yes, Tom, what's up? Thank you for staying up late for us.
Yay, Tom!
Yeah, we have a lot. We have a lot to talk about.
You don't have a fancy header like normal.
No, keeping it clean.
Yeah.
Keeping it clean, because this episode has too much random stuff going on to have a solid theme, other than the Game Awards.
We've done some pretty crazy headers before.
I get lost in Photoshop. I get lost in the sauce. Before we get into announcements, Corporal, what are you playing in your time?
I'm not playing that.
What? I didn't do nothing.
Love Bug Chaser 2: Rise of the Old People. That's not you.
That was an old one. I've used that joke before. I can't even.
I have been playing some Marvel Snap a little bit here and there. Been trying to get back into it.
Yeah, we should do our own game. We kind of do that when we do the year anniversary stuff. We do our game of the year and stuff.
Yeah. And then I've obviously been playing Pokemon. Like that's really it.
Yeah, I've been all over the place as per usual. Hold on, I'm just sharing the wonderful vibes with the rest of the world. I've been playing Pokemon. I've continued to play Pokemon. I've been playing also Marvel Snap, a lot of Marvel Snap. Always Monster Hunter. I was just playing, just trying to get my anomaly rank up. Which Title Update 3, believe it or not, we have not done an episode since Title Update 3 for Monster Hunter drop. So we'll talk a little bit about that. Splatoon Big Run. I've been playing a little Splatoon, and we're going to talk about that. Actually, I need to actually put that somewhere. Play a little Splatoon Big Run, and I'm debating whether or not I want to get Crisis Core. Who's it? Yo, Carbon in the chat. What's up, my friend? How you doing?
And Fate Maker joining us over on Twitch as well.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Sorry, I'm trying to read the notes and keep track of both streams and both chats. So
I've got both chats up. I'm taking care of the talking or the typing.
We need to hold on. I'm gonna do a little behind the scenes selfie so you guys can see the absolute chaos of what it is to live stream. I can't get a good angle. Okay. Anyway. Carbon, we're just about to get, we're just talking about what we're playing, then we're going to talk about what we're drinking, and then we're going to make a little announcement on a new partnership that at least one person in chat knows about. Why Final Fantasy Crisis Core is easily a must-buy. So, I know, and it is, but I know that it is a must-buy, but you heard all the games that I'm playing. I'm playing Marvel Snap, Pokemon, Splatoon, Monster Hunter. I'm full. Fate, I was watching Tom stream a little bit of it earlier, but I will definitely be in your stream tomorrow, checking out more of it.
I'm all about that.
It's cool. I might get it. I have a request for a review copy, and if I get the review copy, I'll definitely play it. And if not, maybe it'll be a Christmas gift for me. Even though that's what I said about Spider-Man Miles Morales for my birthday, and I still don't have it. So,
Tom, I am eternally
yes,
sorry.
the gamer home.
I just realized I haven't been following your Twitch account this entire time. Because I'm usually logged in.
Because we follow from the Nintendads. So
yeah, I'm usually logged in at the Nintendads, but now I'm logged in as Corporal, and I'm just now realizing.
What are you drinking?
I am drinking High Noon.
It's high noon. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna crack one open. Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
Soda.
I got one left. I have one beer left. My wife actually got this. She knows my taste so well.
Oh yeah.
We got Brooklyn Brew. What is this? Bel Air Sour, tropical sour. Oh, it's good. It's got kind of like a vaporwave vibe can. I love it. It's pure aesthetic. Also, breaking news from our source at FateMaker. Hogwarts Legacy was delayed till April 4th and a July release on the Switch. Ouch. Ouch,
yeah.
ouch, ouch.
I'm so devastated by
this.
You
can't wait for the game, but you will. You will continue to wait for the game. So now we've covered what we are drinking. Ooh, look at that. That's delicious. That is yummy. So now we have a little bit of news that our friend Carbon in the chat is involved with. But we are excited to be partnering with Snap Clash. Snap Clash is a new organization that aims to be the competitive home for Marvel Snap. So Marvel Snap, obviously mobile game, collectible card game, super duper fun. We've talked about it a ton on the show. Battle mode is coming, where you can battle specific people. And Snap Clash aims to be, as soon as that mode goes live, the place for the competitive scene. And I am
100%.
very excited about it.
I am very excited, especially because we've got the developers who are already in the Discord with the Snap Clash community, totally being involved and communicative about everything that's going on and what their hopes are. I love to see when you have the game creators being a part of the competitive community, because it shows that they actually believe in what they're putting out. So I'm very excited to see how this goes.
Yeah, and they are going to be hosting daily and weekly tournaments for anybody to enter when the new mode comes out. So, Carbon, can you drop that sweet, sweet Discord link in the chat? Or if you just search Marvel Snap Clash on the Google, it'll bring everything up. And we're going to be involved. We're going to be involved as partners for media and content creators. So we'll probably make some videos or do some episodes focusing on the competitive community when battle mode comes out. I would love to show everyone my deck list and geek out about why Jubilee, if you run a Jubilee deck, you might have a gambling addiction. Discord link, thank you. I'm going to copy that and put it in Facebook as well.
You got it, okay.
But yeah, if you're interested in Marvel Snap, the competitive side of Marvel Snap, feel free to join their Discord. I actually can't. Can you put that in the Facebook chat? It's not letting me. Letting me. Streamlabs is so mean to me. All the time. So yeah, we're super excited about that. Let's get into a giant barrel of news before we talk about the Game Awards. I'm gonna let you talk. I'm gonna let you take this next one because
hold on. Discord.
It's for the Marvel Snap Clash. All right, I'll take the first one. Fine. See how it is. Microsoft has announced, as a result of Sony and Microsoft going back and forth. Thank you, Tom. Thank you. They have announced that they have entered a 10-year commitment to bring Call of Duty to Nintendo consoles.
So, to preface this, when it was announced that Microsoft gained access to Call of Duty and the repertoire of games that they're shoveling, they told publicly Sony that we are not going to gatekeep this from you. We are going to still allow it. In fact, to prove it, we'll give you a 10-year contract as an agreement that we'll make sure that COD games continue to be on your consoles. And Sony turned around and said, no, lawsuit. We don't want you to have this at all. You're controlling the industry. You're monopolizing on the game. And I mean, I'm a Microsoft fanboy, so we're gonna just take whatever I say with a grain of salt. But Phil Spencer came out and announced that Sony's actions are trying to stop gamers. Their actions are not about what's best for gamers, but more about what's their method to attack Sony, because Sony wants to maintain dominant control over the console industry. And if you know anything about Phil Spencer, he strongly believes these two great powerhouse companies can coexist in the same universe without competing with each other. Microsoft is building a digital ecosystem. Their first sales are not coming from consoles. Their sales are coming from their Game Pass system.
And Sony's doing the exact opposite, building the chonkiest, beefiest, sexiest looking console with the most damn expensive controllers.
Which the two industries are working on opposite markets of each other. And Phil Spencer 100% thinks that they can thrive independently while also supporting each other.
Yes, Call of Duty. We're talking Call of Duty. And the reason Call of Duty comes up is because this is Microsoft acquisition of Activision Blizzard. That's hard to say.
Say that.
That's hard to say, the acquisition of Activision and Blizzard. But yeah, so somehow in this stone throwing contest between like Sony and Microsoft decided it would be good for their case to bring Call of Duty to the Switch in the same 10-year agreement that they offered to Sony. And it's good. It's good for the ecosystem because don't step in the duty. I mean, that's kind of what I think about Call of Duty these days. But I'm a part of a million Switch Facebook groups and Discords, and one question that is like pervasive for years and years and years is what's good shooters on the Switch? What's the Call of Duty equivalent on the Switch? And people are just kind of like, I don't know. There's this terrible free game and Splatoon, but Splatoon's not really a first-person shooter. And now you have Overwatch, but it's kind of like nobody really wants to play Overwatch on the Switch. And now we're going to have Call of Duty, and that is going to draw so many people in, and it's going to aggravate the hell out of the existing Call of Duty community, which is a nice little bonus. Can the Switch even handle Call of Duty? Oh, that's a different story.
That's another conversation.
You could hear as they announced it in the background the sound of devs shrieking and ripping their hair out at the idea of having to optimize any Call of Duty that's come out in the last 5 years for the Switch. I will guess that it will be a cloud version at first, and then I think. Well, no, they could. If you could run Apex Legends on the Switch terribly, you could probably figure out like a version of Warzone that works on the Switch. I think.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So Call of Duty coming to Switch. Let's move on because we have so many more things. In other news of games coming from one platform to another, Monster Hunter Rise and Sunbreak. You like that transition? Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak is coming to Xbox and PlayStation 5.
So, I mean, we actually talked about this back when Monster Hunter Rise was announced, and they said that they had Nintendo exclusive. And they were very methodical about the way they word their Nintendo exclusive. They did say later on that it was a timed exclusive, but they did not say what that timeline was. At least it wasn't very obvious. There were some news sites that had the information, but it wasn't like it was publicly stated. So I was wondering when this was going to come out. So I'm excited to see if this is happening. Although by this point, anybody who loves Monster Hunter has already got this.
It's only on Switch and PC. If you're an exclusive console gamer with just a PlayStation or just an Xbox, like there's been no opportunity for you.
Well, let's face it. If you're an exclusive Xbox console gamer, you've probably never played Monster Hunter game to begin with.
Yeah. Oh, Taiki, hot take here. Actually,
Really?
I don't know how to feel about that because they're still not giving us new content as good as World. So I didn't play all the way through World, so I cannot say a comparison because I have not played it. But I played through most of World, and I am very happy with the content cycle for Sunbreak. They could be giving us more monsters. I admit that there could be some more monsters, but I am very happy with Sunbreak. Sunbreak is bigger than Base Rise. The
Monster
content.
Hunter World was on Xbox. I didn't realize it was.
Oh yeah, it was on Game Pass forever.
I stand corrected then.
It was on Game Pass forever. Tom, you're happy with Sunbreak? Yeah. I mean, I have played it. I have played Monster Hunter more than almost anybody else that I know, aside from like people I only know on the internet, like Twitter and experts and Monster Hunter and stuff like that. But out of everybody in my friend group that I know that plays Monster Hunter, I have played the most by a large margin, and I am only anomaly level 90, mid-90s. Sunbreak is fine. I just wish they give us content like Iceborne was for it in World. Yeah, it's not as black and white with World and Iceborne as it was with Rise and Sunbreak, I don't think. I'm just happy they brought investigations. Anomaly investigations makes Rise's endgame work, and I'm very happy with it. Now, if we could only get cross-play, maybe next generation.
Yeah, I don't think it'll happen.
By the way, I see all you lurkers on the Facebook side, and if you want to lurk, that's fine. There's no judgment, but we're very friendly, so hi, welcome. We're the Nintendads. Drop us a little emoji in the chat. Do people still use emojis? I feel old. I use emojis. I think they're great. I think they're nice. Anyway, here, let's change up. I don't know. You can pick a thing from this. Oh, that's Capcom. Give us crossplay. I know. I want it.
Yeah. Yep. Splatoon Big Run was just this past weekend.
It was.
Do you want to talk about how absolutely disappointing that was? Because let me tell you, I was excited. I thought that it was going to be fun. It was advertised as something glamorous. And truthfully, when Splatoon announced it, I thought we were going to have multiple maps, absolute chaos, and it was going to be the event of Splatoon. Bigger than the Tricolor Splash.
Because they teased Big Run from the game being announced. They teased it as a feature event. They've been teasing it. We've had 2 Splatfests, 2 or 3. I think two Splatfests and then the test. And then Big Run finally comes. And it's just Salmon Run on a new map for Salmon Run. Not on a totally new map, just on a multiplayer map that's been modified for Salmon Run. Rewards were slightly better. And maybe it was a little harder than usual. But that was it. It was less of a to-do than a normal Splatfest, and it's pretty underwhelming.
Underwhelming says the least about it. Like, I am downright disappointed. They advertised this as being the greatest thing coming to Splatoon. It was going to be.
It's the only. Like the only new mode. It's the only truly new thing. And it really wasn't.
They said they were going to add new content to Splatoon 3, and this was one of the new modes that they were going to add. And let's face it,
they gotta step things up. They gotta start releasing more weapons. We got 2 new maps and 10 new weapon sets.
But the new maps, to Tiki's point, the new maps came out at the last update, not for Big Salmon.
No, I'm saying in the last update. Well,
Yeah.
the last update was fairly recently. It was like the beginning of December.
Sure. Okay.
If they just the content needs to come in either greater quantities or in greater frequency, because I need more Splatoon. You gotta follow Sunbreak. I'm sorry that you have to do it, but you picked your release schedule, my friend. Yeah. By comparison, yeah, if you compare Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak and the amount of content that they put out, and then you look at Splatoon, and Splatoon hasn't been out as long, so that's, it's not a apples to apples. But Splatoon is, I'm not happy with the content release. Sunbreak, I definitely am. So yeah, Big Run was kind of like, meh.
So the next big thing I'm really interested to talk about is Killer Queen Black. Yeah, I'm making it last. Is Killer Queen Black. So any of you who's been following our podcast long enough, take a shot. We have been very big about partnering with indie developers and up-and-coming gamers and doing giveaways and doing interviews with some of the creators of these great games. And we actually got a chance to do an exclusive interview with one of the main developers of Killer Queen Black. But when the game first released, actually we got to interview him twice.
That was the early days. That was the early days when we were still figuring out technology.
And we did an entire episode and forgot to record it.
Oh no, we recorded it. It just got recorded. It was all choppy and janky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Liquid Bit is the developer.
Yeah, Liquid Bit is the developer, and we had most of those episodes then were on just audio only, no video. So you're gonna have to search through our Spotify.
It was theater
backlog.
of the mind.
Yeah. Yes. And there was a lot of great content that was talked about in that particular interview. And Killer Queen Black was a very interesting game, an arcade cabinet game, but not just any arcade cabinet game. It was 6 players?
8.
As a cabinet? 8 players as a cabinet.
An 8-player cabinet. They were
8-player
huge,
cabinet.
massive.
Huge.
4v4. Team arcade game. Very rare.
Yeah, a team arcade game, and this was translated over to a digital content and then made for, on the Switch.
The Switch, Steam. I think it's pretty much on all the platforms you'd expect.
It was fabulous, but one of the downsides of being a small independent developer, you don't have the big financial backing and support to keep servers up and running. And while they were releasing content, they weren't releasing enough of it, and the community didn't continue to grow. And I think that was their demise. So unfortunately...
Yeah, it's a small indie game that's sort of niche. It was $9.99 on the eShop, so it's easy to get lost in a sea of other indie games. But yeah, they had to shut down their servers, unfortunately. So pour one out for Killer Queen Black. But yeah, everybody put an F in the chat. F in the chat for Liquid Bit and Killer Queen. But because they are amazing devs and understand community, because there is still a competitive community for Killer Queen Black. Their Christmas gift was, and I'm not sure exactly how this works, but they are somehow facilitating private servers to be made for the PC version to continue running an underground scene for the competitive community. One of the devs tweeted it out earlier today. I happened to catch it. Super cool. So we applaud Liquid Bit. You can still buy the game. And then I'm guessing that if you search Liquid Bit, it has the instructions for how to connect to the underground servers.
The game will still work on couch co-op, so you're more than
which
welcome
is the
to still...
best way to play it, by the way.
Yes, couch co-op on this game is phenomenal. So
but you need 8 people.
To buy it, if you want to have a full,
Yo, Fate made his payout for Twitch this month at 96 cents. Oh yeah. That's progress. That's 100% more than you made last month, right?
Yep. Honestly, we haven't even turned on.
No, we have
to
go through the dance of affiliate. We're approved to become affiliate, but there's some things we have to be careful of because we stream on Facebook Gaming and Twitch affiliate program don't really like that. So yeah. But anyway, Killer Queen Black, we love you.
We love you.
All right. What do you want to talk about next? The Smash drama or the upcoming beta?
I want to end on a high note, so let's start with Smash drama.
Okay, so the competitive Smash scene is going through a crisis right now.
So let's just roll back a little.
Well, I'm prefacing this with this is a very, very complex situation. We could easily do an entire episode on this situation.
I don't know anybody who wants to sit through an hour and a half of listening to Presto talk about this.
I sure don't. So basically, time me. Make sure I'm being very concise. So basically, Nintendo has never gotten along with the competitive Smash scene.
Okay, you're done.
Okay, that's the story. That is basically the story. Nintendo doesn't really like the competitive Smash scene because it conflicts with the idea that Smash is a casual game. That's a whole different episode. But Smash...
So, I mean, there's some interesting Nintendo history and lore right behind that. Like, why did Smash get created?
So fun fact, Smash did get created because the lead developer, Masahiro Sakurai, used to beat the piss out of his friends in King of Fighters. And he thought, well, my friends don't like getting comboed for minutes at a time, so I think I'm going to try and make a fighter that evens the playing field, that drops the barrier of execution, and they started designing Smash, which was originally called, I think, Dragon Fighters.
So at its core, Super Smash on Nintendo was never meant to really be a competitive game.
Until they made Melee.
Yes.
Melee, they baked some good stuff in there, and it became the most competitive, successful game from Nintendo that has ever happened. Anyway.
Yes.
That is the backstory. Nintendo partnered... There's a company, their organization called Video Game Boot Camp, VGBC. They are the beating heart of the competitive Smash community. They have been hosting tournaments and streaming things for literally a decade plus. They created a thing called Smash World Tour. They were going to get an official license from Nintendo. It was going to be all good. Smash World Tour, a chain of events with a championship at the end. Then this other company, Panda Global, which until recently was also looked at very favorably by the competitive Smash community, decides they're going to make the Panda Cup, which is going to be a very similar structure, kind of like a world tour and a championship. And they somehow get the official licensing from Nintendo. Not just the license to run the event, but it's a licensed tournament is going to be the Panda Cup.
So clearly they had an in.
So yeah, so some time goes on, and this all exploded the day before Thanksgiving when emails were exchanged. Video Game Boot Camp apparently didn't get their license to do the Smash World Tour Championship and had to cancel. Huge expose comes out about how over the past year, allegedly, the CEO of Panda Global, Dr. Allen, has been bullying other Smash tournaments, saying if you don't join the Panda Cup and you try to be a participant in the Smash World Tour, we're going to have our buddies at Nintendo shut you down. And we're going to get the Smash World Tour shut down. Watch and wait and see. And sure enough, Smash World Tour got canceled. Panda said they had nothing to do with it. Dr. Allen steps down as CEO, but not majority shareholder, owner, and founder of the company. It's just a complete mess. But now, this whole mess has pissed Nintendo off so much that Nintendo might start to get more heavy-handed with enforcing their IP, meaning they can go to any Smash tournament, any Smash stream they want, and say, you don't have a right to stream this, we're shutting your event down.
Yeah, I allowed you to go on that rant longer than I should have.
This is the come to Jesus moment. This could be the worst situation for the competitive Smash community that we know
we
of.
talk about working with indie developers and working with the competitive community and being a part of the in crowd and all that good jazz. And I mean, this is a clear example as to why these types of communities don't have support in our mainstream as much as some of these other bigger things. So it's sad to see some company who's being greedy ruining it for everybody else. But I mean, at the end of the day, here we are.
I mean, and people said when Panda first partnered with Nintendo, everybody went, listen, Panda, we like you, we trust you, but every single instance of Nintendo getting involved with the Smash competitive community always ends up on fire. Every single time. It's been bad. There's never been one time of Nintendo interacting with the competitive Smash community that hasn't ended in conflict because Nintendo hates the Smash competitive community. So nobody's surprised, but everybody's surprised that it came from Panda Global, the darling of the Smash community. Almost all their athletes have left. They had to cancel the Panda Cup. Who would have thunk? And now Nintendo will never, honestly, in sincerity, support competitive Smash. But this also casts a little bit of a shadow on any competitive community, mostly Splatoon, because Splatoon and Smash competitive communities have a very close relationship. And this could also spill over and cause trouble for whatever small involvement and positive thoughts Nintendo has about the competitive Splatoon community.
But that's about all the time we have to talk about that trash heap of a garbage. Moving on to better news.
Yeah?
Something that nobody really likes and nobody is honestly going to play. So I don't
not
even
popular
know why.
at all.
Not popular.
Sort of a fringe game.
Despite the fact that they made 6 of these things. Ugh,
They've made so many more than 6. We're talking about Street Fighter.
Street Fighter 6 beta is going to launch this weekend, and somebody has access to it.
We got it.
So, our Thursday night co-stream, I've got family who happen to be in town for the holidays. Yay, me. And therefore, Presto's by himself again on a Thursday.
It's not going to be...
it's not going to be on Thursday.
It's not going to be on Thursday. The beta starts on Friday. I'm going to be occupied Friday because the dad part of Nintendads is calling. It's the weekend before Thanksgiving or Christmas.
Christmas, yeah.
So we are going to be doing a Saturday night Street Fighter. Saturday night Fight Night Street Fighter 6 beta. Closed beta. So it's going to be very limited access. Only so many people are going to be able to stream it. But we're one of them. And I really hope that they include the new characters they showed in the Game Awards. Please. I want to try them.
Also Saturday night, off-stream...
I was going to say Pikmin.
Off-stream, hidden behind the Discord curtain, the Nintendads are going to be doing their 4th episode of their D&D campaign.
Mm-hmm.
So find us on YouTube, get caught up on all the past D&D episodes that we've got going, and you'll see the 4th episode be released here real soon.
The Isle of Threads.
You say it so much better than I can.
The Isle of Threads. So many threads. All right. Now, somehow.
On to the Game Awards.
The Game Awards.
Pikmin, I used to like Pikmin. I did, Tom.
I liked Pikmin until I had to fight Olimar in Super Smash Brothers, and now I throw that game out the window. No, Pikmin was fun. I got into the first Pikmin, but that's about it. The Game Awards. Oh boy. There was news, there was awards, there was Bill Clinton. There's a lot that happened at the Game Awards.
So, I mean, we just talked about Street Fighter 6, right? But in the Game Awards, they announced the new characters and a release date. So, I mean, that's exciting.
Well, so Sony accidentally released the pre-orders on Street Fighter 6 on the PlayStation Network 24 hours before. Somebody typed in the date wrong. And June 2nd came out 24 hours before it was announced during the Game Awards. So, and Jeff, the main, like, Jeff Geoff, whatever, however you pronounce his name.
My name is Jeff.
He joked. He made a joke about it, and he was like, after he's like, all right, no leaks, okay? But yeah, they revealed 4 new fighters. They showed some more stuff from the single player. Yeah, God of War. They made out. I loved God of War. The main, the voice actor for Kratos, won for best male performance, or like best performance. And he gave such a long speech in the beginning of the Game Awards, and it was joked about for like 45 minutes afterwards. But yeah, so new Street Fighter characters are coming. We have a grappler, we have a powerhouse, we have sort of a control character, and we have a returning fighter, DJ, who I don't even know when the last Street Fighter he appeared in. I don't think he was in 5. I think he was in 4. Definitely 3. 2, 1. There. I counted down all the way. What's next?
I mean, I think Dead Cells is all up your alley, so go ahead and talk about that.
Dead Cells. Have you ever played Dead Cells? No. I've encouraged you to play it so much because it's on Game Pass, I believe. Dead Cells is doing a crossover with Castlevania. Dead Cells is
2 games I haven't played and don't care to.
Oh my god, I'm gonna eat this up. This is getting streamed 1,000% when it comes out, which they didn't give a release date for. But Dead Cells is a roguelite that is very Castlevania, Metroidvania inspired, because you go through the maps, you get the power-ups, and you go to the end. Dead Cells crossover with Castlevania makes the most sense out of anything I've ever heard. It's like peanut butter and jelly. It's going to be chef's kiss delicious. This next piece is probably the best thing to come out of the Game Awards for me.
So this is the one thing that was announced that I was actually excited for. And I hate to take this from you because I know how much you absolutely gushed over this game. But we did an entire month dedicated to roguelites and roguelikes. And honestly, Hades was by far the best game that truly came out in that genre. And
it was like the best game that came out last year.
The art style of Hades, the wittiness of the characters and the dialogue and the communication between the NPCs and yourself, not to mention the upgrades and the additions you got as you leveled throughout the different layers of hell. The sheer concept that you are fighting your way through the different layers of hell in itself is beautiful. And the death mechanic being implemented, making that roguelike option, not to mention you like to gush about how it's basically a dating sim.
Yes, dating sim elements.
Nothing like boyfriend dungeon, but that's okay.
Oh, jeez.
Boyfriend dungeon was the Hello Kitty version of Hades.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was.
Hello Kitty and Hades are pretty high bars.
It was.
But Hades 2.
Hades 2 was announced.
Hades 2 had a delicious animated trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Hand animated, same style as the first trailer for Hades. This is the first time that they have made a sequel, believe it or not.
Okay.
Hades 2 looks amazing. The main character looks to be
T.S. Villa.
Hades 2 reveal makes me want to buy Hades. Oh my god, Tom, please get it.
Tell me, you and your overseasness makes this so much. Your overseasness makes this hard.
That word.
Because I was just going to be like, I am going to buy it for you right now as a Christmas gift, but I can't because it's region locked to what I buy here. You.
Oh yeah, we went through this when Fate Maker won the Streets of Rage giveaway. Oh my gosh,
you're better off just giving me your phone number and I send you money via Cash App, and then you have to do the international exchange.
Well, get the box. There's physical versions of Hades out there. Find one. Get the box that he sent to you. Sounds like Corporal is cooking overseasness.
Yeah.
Over seasoning. Yeah, Tom, I can say with no hesitation that you will love Hades.
Critically acclaimed partner sale. You're right. Save up to 70% on select digital games, and Hades is on the list of on the sales. It's 50% off for $12.49. $12.49.
Damn,
US dollars.
That makes me want to buy it again, just so I can say I got the deal. Don't. I mean, I can't go down that rabbit hole right now. Do not show me a big Nintendo sale, please. I beg you. Please don't. I can't. I don't have room for that in my life right now.
There's a lot on here, actually.
Stop. Just stop. Okay, Hades 2 is coming out.
The Doom Eternal bundle and Hollow Knight 50% off.
He's gone, everybody. He's out.
Just wait till I find. Oh, I'm sorry. Overcooked all you can eat is on this list for 50%. Like, people, go buy yourself some Overcooked. You and your family. This is the Nintendads, okay? We play with our kids. Go get yourself some Overcooked.
Oh, here's some news. My son discovered somehow, I think from his older cousins, discovered that Mario Maker is a thing. And now I am doomed. Because his favorite thing is to make physical Mario levels, like out of like blocks and stuff. And somehow he learned recently that there is a game that the whole point of the game is to make your own Mario levels. So I will be picking it up from my local library tomorrow. Let me repeat that for the billionth time on this show. So I don't know if this applies to people who have overseasness, which now sounds like a disease for some reason. I don't know if it's an overseasness option, but if you're not overseasness, if you're on this side of the seasness, you can go to your local library and they will probably have Switch games if they are part of your state or county library system.
So, right there, if that's not an option, you don't have a state or county library system that can offer you free video games, you need to get a passport. We have room.
The real estate market, it's a buyer's market. Sell, break your lease, move to somewhere with a library system. But yeah, he's going to be into Mario Maker.
I'll build you a shed in the backyard and you can live in my backyard for a little while. Like, we'll make this happen.
Now, that's a good one. Now you're over-teasing me. Over-teasnessing me. My mouth is going to break. There's too much there.
But yeah, I can't handle it.
I'm going to hurt myself. From hell to hello. No. Speaking of hell, Diablo 4.
There you go. Okay.
Diablo 4, they showed some new stuff. Diablo 4, despite my eternal pessimism for Blizzard Activision to not ruin things, Diablo 4 is looking pretty nice so far. I haven't seen anything I've been able to complain about yet. I will. I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. Most certainly.
Well, the only thing I have to complain about right now is the release date, which is June 6th.
June 6th.
Which, if you were listening moments ago, we just said Street Fighter's release date is June 2nd. I'm one person. I know there's two of us here, but each individual is one. And we can only play one game at a time. And if Diablo 4 and Street Fighter 6, that's a lot of numbers. That equals 10. That's way too much. That's so much math.
I thought you were going to say 12 because the 6 and the 6, and then you said 10, and I was so confused.
No, because it's Diablo 4. Yeah. Anyway, my point is that these things are coming out. These are like my only two release games of the year. I forgot to mention Diablo 4 when we did our 1 year episode talking about most anticipated games. But these are probably my only most anticipated games that are coming out in the near future, and they're coming out in the same work week.
When King George made us play that one game that was kind of like Diablo, that twist, whatever that thing was.
Oh, Red Moon?
Yeah, Red Moon. Yep. So, Red Moon, we played and streamed Diablo 2 and 3.
I don't know. Did we ever stream 3?
Yeah. We like once or twice with Yeti. That was
it. Yeah.
I'm Diablo'd out. I'm not. I don't know. If I have faith.
Diablo 3 was fun in the beginning, and then once I learned how to really play it, it just got silly.
Yeah.
Diablo 2 has just not aged well at all.
Nope.
As an action RPG, in my opinion. I know that's sacrilege, but it was good for its time, but it's rough to play these days after playing other action RPGs. Diablo 4 looks good, but again, Blizzard.
That alone tells you shouldn't do it.
I'm very wary. I will not be prioritizing Diablo 4 over Street Fighter 6.
Street Fighter.
That's it. I will play both, most likely, but Street Fighter 6, it's a Capcom game, guys.
Yeah.
It's a Capcom game. I'm going to prioritize... I'm going to be playing Street Fighter. And we'll be playing Street Fighter this week. Yeah, June is going to be so busy for games. I don't know what I'm going to do.
I know
next?
what we should be doing.
What? Snapping?
Marvel Snap!
Oh, snap. Marvel
Snap wins the mobile game of the year.
Yes. I mean, Apex Legends had mobile in the category this year.
But Marvel Snap is better. That's why we are partnering with the
Addams Family Close.
It's why we're partnering with the Clash community. We believe very strongly this is going to have a long, prosperous future, and it's a fun game.
It is very fun. In the last week, I have unlocked Doctor Doom, Spider-Man, Wave, who it's like nobody knows who Wave is, but she's a really good card, trust me. And She-Hulk, who is an amazing card that fits exactly into my Jubilee Infinite deck. So, gosh, I just finished that series. It's very good.
Yes,
very good. Wednesday.
So did I.
So yeah, Marvel Snap, Game of the Year, bright future for that game. We're excited to be.
You know what else got Game of the Year? Splatoon 3.
Well, it didn't get Game of the Year. It got multiplayer
game of the year. And let's face it, I don't know if I agree with it.
I don't either. Well,
Monster Hunter could have gotten multiplayer game of the year
100%.
Before Splatoon 3 did.
It wasn't. So the nominees are. Let me pull it up because they really didn't have. The reason they won is because they really didn't have competition.
Yeah. But let's face it, the lag that's incorporated with the multiplayer Splatoon 3, the lackluster release of added content and maps, the dwindling drip line that they're giving you of new weapons and build kits for those weapons, meaning the different types of gear that you can get that complement those weapons, providing perks and whatnot, is so minuscule. Like, you are stretching this. And I don't know if those things combined deserve to be multiplayer game of the year. Although, if what you say is true, their competition was non-existent.
So, well, it's not that it was non-existent. Okay, so the
Chocobo GP.
Chocobo GP.
Yeah.
That's the perfect emoji for that too.
Yes, it is. We need to get our emojis up, man.
So Splatoon 3 was against Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, which is a remake. It's a remake. That game came out a long time ago, and they remade it, and people enjoy it. I really can't say one way or another. I tried the demo. I did not like it. Moving on. Multiverses. Okay.
I mean,
sure.
We streamed Multiverses a lot.
Yeah.
It was a good game.
Solid entry. Overwatch 2.
Don't even get me started.
Overwatch 2, which is Overwatch 1 with like a very bad new coat of paint. Splatoon 3, and then TMNT Shredder's Revenge.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but
You're so loud! Back up!
TMNT Shredder's Revenge is better. It's better. Teenage Mutant Ninja
It's stronger! It's smarter! It's better. It is better!
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was better. I enjoyed it more than Splatoon 3. And it's a 2D side scroll.
Yeah. Somehow TMNT is more stable than Splatoon 3. And that's a fact.
It's a shell of a game, Fate Maker says. That is the best line. The best line.
That's funny.
That's the dad joke of the night right now.
Yeah, so Splatoon 3 wins somehow. I don't know. I like Splatoon 3. I think it's got a lot good. Mechanically,
really
it's fun.
Splatoon 3.
But they have to do more, and they have to do better with the latency and the disconnects, because they happen multiple times every time we play, and that makes us not want to play.
The Nintendads have opinions. Blackbeard Slim!
Yo! Slim, what's up? Slim, you just missed we were talking about. We're doing the Street Fighter closed beta this week.
Yeah,
we're gonna be
Presto's going to be streaming on Saturday, so keep an eye out for the closed beta
Saturday
for Street
night,
Fighter.
We're in the spot. Yeah. What's next?
Armored Core?
Armored Core 4.
Yeah.
Armored Core. So I played... Armored Core is like a mech game. Imagine this. No Man's Sky. If you've played No Man's Sky.
If you know, you know.
Yo, Blackbeard Slim, you played Marvel Snap. Addictive AF. Yes.
Totally.
So we made an announcement. Part of this episode
Blackbeard.
is we made an announcement that we are partnering with the new home for competitive Marvel Snap called Marvel Snap Clash. Snap Clash. They're going to be doing daily and weekly tournaments when the battle mode is out.
Wow.
So, you streamed it today. Yes.
Nice.
I will try to make note and come by the stream when I can and nerd out about Marvel Snap. But I know you're competitive. I know you're into fighting games. You should definitely check out Snap Clash. It's a Discord community, and then they're gonna do tournaments. But anyway, yes, Armored Core. Armored Core is like if No Man's Sky and a Gundam game had a baby, because it's like a very realistic, but it's like a very detailed Gundam like mech game. It's from the guys at FromSoft, so the makers of Dark Souls and Elden Ring. And I played Armored Core 2 on PlayStation 2, and it's very good. And I will be getting Armored Core as long as it doesn't come out in frickin' June. Please, please don't do it to me, FromSoft. They just said 2023. I'm hoping it's the back half of 2023 because I can't do it. They went back to the Armored Core roots and not so much of a Souls type anymore. Yeah. But it's a hard game. It's a hard game for sure. But
speaking of Souls, Elden Ring wins Game of the Year.
Surprising.
Did anybody else
no
expect
one.
anything else?
Who would have thunk? The real surprise came when a kid snuck on stage with the FromSoft guys, and after they were done speaking, he grabbed the mic and he thanked his something Rabbi Bill Clinton. And then he was arrested and taken to jail.
How small was this kid?
I mean, he was a kid. He wasn't like a 5-year-old kid. Like, he was old enough.
I missed it. So the way you made it sound, I thought that was like some little
5-year-old. No, it was like
somebody
like
lost their
toddler. A young adult snuck on
Gotcha.
stage and thanked Rabbi Bill Clinton. Nobody has any idea what he was talking about. And then he was arrested. They tweeted, Geoff, the host, tweeted that he was arrested when he was arrested. Elden Ring for best art, which I agree with. Yeah, Elden Ring won a bunch of stuff, but they won Game of the Year. Everybody was like...
God of War and God of War Ragnarok, Ragnarok is proving to be very impressive. So,
yeah.
They deserve the praise. But
Elden Ring, I mean, most of us have played Elden Ring at this point. It is...
Yeah.
It is so much.
So, I mean, even the developer of Elden Ring is like, I don't know what happened. I don't know why, but I'll take it. Sure. I agree with that.
Oh, speaking of I don't know how, I don't know why, but I'll take it. We were checking out our Twitch year in review. And thank you guys for an amazing year. We'll get gushy more towards the actual end of the year. But we are apparently in the top 5% of Monster Hunter streamers on Twitch. And that can't be right. I can't believe it. Tom, I saw you were also in the top 5%. But I don't know how we're in the top 5%.
I mean, because we are awesome.
So I guess so. Thank you to our Monster Hunter homies.
210 hours watched, 141 days watched, 61,000 channel points, and 2,000 chat messages back and forth.
Welcome, take a seat.
Between all of our fans. So thank you all.
Sweet. I got top 4 in Tekken apparently. Hell yeah, Blackbeard. I don't know how it happened to me, but I'll take it. Yeah, I mean,
TS Villa, you were one of the most. You were the most person who watched us. 75 hours watched and 707 messages to us. You just love us, my boy.
How are you looking at that? I didn't see any of that granular level of detail. I saw one of the top 4 channels that we watch, Fatemaker and Tom, were both in there.
Yeah, so I can break it down by viewer, and of all the streamers that watch us, TS Villa and Fatemaker are top 1 and 2.
Yes, Tom. Damn, that's not Facebook though either, is it? No, Facebook.
No, it's just.
I think Facebook will come out with their year in thing. If not this year, then next.
Our 4th person on the list is Alec and stuff.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Huh. We did do the collab with him. Yes, Tom, we love you too and your overseasness.
Overseasness.
All the love across the seasness.
See, Fatemaker at least has the respect to be on the same continent as us. Tom's got to be overseas.
Fate is just overlandness. It's not overseasness. Where were we in this list? Oh, Elder One, Game of the Year, Armored Core, Is it the last thing on the list? Yeah, we've been
Yeah.
jumping around. The last thing on the list is that Among Us is getting a new hide and seek mode, which
So-
I played today. How
I'll be
about
honest
that?
with you. I watched the what is this game mode. For those who don't know anything about Among Us, to listen to what Among Us is versus what hide and seek is, it can be very easily confusing.
Hide and
'Cause
seek with murder.
They are all the same. But this brings an interesting concept to Among Us, and Among Us took this nation and this world by storm for being a free mobile game.
Yes.
And granted, we were at the height of COVID, but like this was a very,
It was a
very
phenomenon.
popular.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, it was a very popular game.
Yeah, Fate, congratulations, by
see-
the way, on being top 5 for Ragnarok. That's dope.
Yo, really awesome, Fate. That's cool.
But yeah, Among Us, very popular, but they really haven't they've done some new maps, right?
Yeah, they have.
This is a totally new mode, though. It is...
Yes.
So I played I was able to sneak in one round of it. The problem is, I feel like my experience wasn't very indicative, because kids these days, they create these custom lobbies, and you join them, and they have the speed maxed out. So all the
Yeah.
characters are like, zoom, and so my game was over very, very quickly, because I'm just
So
like...
funny enough, until she comes up with a better name for herself, Ascension's girlfriend or nurse likes to play Among Us with the speed turned up to either turned up by 1.5 or up to 2. And
A little bit, but I joined a game, and it was like speeding around, I was like, no exit. And then I joined another game, and it was almost the same, and then it started, and I was like, okay.
1.5 isn't bad, but once you get to 2 or higher, like, slow down.
Yeah,
I'm old.
especially in this mode where it's going to involve chasing and hiding. Like, that is pretty favorable in the chasers thing.
Nurse
Joy. Oh, no. Oh, no. A nickname may have just been born. She probably won't know who Nurse Joy is.
Yes, she will.
She will love the name.
She will, like...
You think she'll know?
Yeah, I think she knows.
Is
She
she
has
the-
a Switch and she plays Pokemon, so why not?
Nurse Joy is... If you don't watch the show, you have no idea who Nurse Joy is. She's not in the games.
Yeah, she's young enough, though she may not have watched the shows. You're
No,
right.
no, she does. She's gonna knock it. Ask her if here's the deal. Ask her if she knows who Nurse Joy is, and if she doesn't, her nickname is forever Nurse Joy. If she knows, then we gotta be like, hey, our friend from overseasness. It's like the most overused joke ever. Overseasness. Our friend overseas said that your name is Nurse Joy. Is that true? And she might say yes. But if she doesn't know who it is, she doesn't have a choice. That's her nickname. Tom was like, I'm nicknaming people's family members across the ocean. This is great. God bless the internet. Keep us updated.
I'm texting the group chat right now.
That's funny. But yeah, so I played a round of it. Basically, it's hide and seek. You run and you try to complete tasks before the monster gets you. It's tense in a very different way than the normal Among Us. Because Among Us is a very tense tension game, but this is like hectic as shit. It will be extra hectic if they decide to implement this feature into Among Us VR. If they bring hide and seek to Among Us VR, then I might actually buy it. What are you doing? You're up to trouble.
I am. She's already said Nurse Joy ? She says she said that's Pokemon's. That's all
she said. Oh, she knows. She knows. She knows.
She knows.
Oh, no. Yeah, so Among Us hide and seek, all little kids are screaming about it. It's true. And then there was a bunch of other stuff. Horizon Zero Dawn VR. Yeah, they're going to have a VR. I saw that. That's going to be pretty cool. That's going to be a PSVR 2 thing, though. And it's going to be the only game on the platform. No, I'm kidding. Demio is going to be a launch title for PSVR 2.
Yes.
Resolution Studios has, we're going to talk about that on the next episode, whenever it may be. But Resolution Studios has like their version of a direct in 2 days, and they're going to announce a new game.
Oh,
yeah,
that's cool.
Oh yeah,
Demio is a quality. If we talk about D&D, Demio is a quality virtual tabletop game.
You can also play it on Steam, and the Steam version has crossplay with the VR version.
With the VR version,
which is the only. I think that's the only game I know of that has that. That's not like an asymmetrical thing. Flashback to April Adventures, yeah. The OGs, no. Yeah, I think that's it for the Game Awards. There was some stuff about Final Fantasy 16. There was some different things, but that's what we thought was important. Spooky.
I made the mistake of pulling up the GIF calculator or the GIF search engine, and I typed in Nurse Joy, and the first thing that came up was disturbing.
Well, yeah.
Spooky.
That's what happens. Speaking of Pokemon,
yes.
What have you thought about Pokemon so far? I've been liking it.
So, I'll be honest with you. I really enjoyed Sword and Shield. So, I was not as impressed with Arceus.
Oh, okay. Really?
As compared to Sword and Shield, I was not as impressed with Arceus. I did not really care for the art style, and I didn't really care for the backwards in time like genre of it. But I liked the open world aspects. It was interesting. It was cool to see where the evolution of this series is going. With that being said, I think this game did better than Arceus, but I don't know if they did as good with up against Sword and Shield. With that being said, they knocked it out of the park with the open world aspect of the game.
Yes. That's what they were going for. That's what the game is hanging its hat on, besides technical errors.
I think they just need to do a better job with the story. And I'm sorry, I cannot get over the Children of the Corn singing in the background during gym battles. Like,
the music. Out of all the things wrong with the game, that's what you're nitpicking.
The crystallizations and the sparkly headdresses, like, I immediately thought that this was the opening scene of Indiana Jones Temple of Doom, and they're in the Chinese liquor bar with the girls in the headdresses. Like, come on, Pokemon, gosh. Take off your headdress and let's battle.
I'm more bothered by the blatant frame drops and pop in and technical spaghetti.
So we did an episode on this subject. If you've been following us long enough, take a shot of water at this point. Graphics, gameplay, mechanics.
Oh no. They're talking about food in the chat. It's making me real hungry. I want a cheeseburger real bad.
Gameplay, mechanics, graphics are the 3 tiers that hold up a game. You can survive with 2, you cannot with 1. You need at least 2 to truly support. And the right combination of the 3 can be the difference between a current sensation or a long-term sensation.
Legacy.
So, I don't think Burn Bo!
All I see is brisket.
Valentino flying in on the Facebook chat with the love.
Bernie! I don't see it. It's not coming up. I think you stole the chat from me now.
It's just hearts right now that are coming through.
I've been enjoying Pokemon. It's cool. I think the story is a little bit better than in past versions. I do have a gripe. The multiplayer has worked very, very smoothly, suspiciously smooth. Until I was playing with Wernicke yesterday, 2 days ago. And I saw a rare Terra-type Arcanine. And I said, hey, do you have a rare Terra-type Arcanine? Because we're on Discord playing Pokemon.
Yeah.
And he said no, and I said, come and get it. And he came, and right as he approached it, it disappeared. And I don't think it just despawned because it wasn't there for that long. I think it had to do with multiplayer and him being in proximity to it. Because as soon as he came around and saw it and went to go interact with it, it disappeared. So, not cool. Hi, you wild and crazy guys. Merry Christmas, Bernie.
Merry Christmas to you too, Pops. I'm wearing the shirts. The Christmas shirts.
I'm wearing the shirts. Look, multiple shirts.
Yeah, you're wearing the I'm a dad and I just got back from a dad thing shirts.
Accurate.
I'm wearing the I live in Florida.
I was just gonna say you live in Florida. What are sleeves?
I wanna look like I'm in the wintertime.
So yeah, Pokemon's been good so far. The mechanics are fun. The open world is fun. The multiplayer is maybe a little shaky. I'm sort of disappointed with raids. The more I play them, the more I realize they're kind of one-dimensional, but maybe it's because I'm not at the very high spectrum of them. But it's okay. It's going. I'm still wanting to play it. I'm still wanting to play it over Monster Hunter sometimes, which is a lot more than I can say about most games. And now it is time for the side quest, which I actually did for once.
Yes, the first side quest that I don't know what it is.
No!
I didn't look at it.
I've done side quests before where you have...
Yes, but we've talked about them. We've talked about what they...
No, there has to be. In 71 episodes...
In 71 episodes, this is the first side quest that I am not aware of.
There's no way.
If there was a side quest that you made, it's because I sneaked in and I looked at it. I have not seen
No, I've made side quests before on the fly, not in the notes. So
yep, but we talked about them in days prior to leading up to it.
I don't know. I think I've come up with one on the spot before.
Don't think so.
All right. Well, then this is the first one ever.
The first one.
Oh, the history books.
The history of the Nintendads. Mark it down. December 13th.
People are gonna clip it. People are gonna clip it. Don't. So, what is your Christmas dream gift? What do you want for Christmas? What are you writing to Santa for?
You are the third person today who has asked me this question.
Well, I'm the only person who's asked you live on a podcast today, so you better have a good answer from the first two people.
With at least 12 viewers watching.
You answered the question twice. Why do you have to look like you have to think about it?
I didn't answer the question twice. I haven't answered the question yet because I don't even know.
Third time's a charm.
What do I want for Christmas? I've got my 2 front teeth.
What do you want from Santa Corporal Presto? What do I want? From Corporal?
Oh.
I mean that shirt. I could use some more shirts that would make me freeze to death here in the winter. I came up with the question and I don't have a great answer. A new microphone. I've had Spider-Man, Miles Morales 2, maybe Crisis Core. That microphone the RGB version of that microphone.
Oh, so you can change out the yeah.
So I like colors.
I chose to do the red one, A, because it was on sale, and B, like, it's the Nintendads.
It is. I might just get the red because your microphone sounds noticeably better than mine. Because it is better.
I can hear how noticeably better it is now with these amazing brand new Razer.
Oh man, flashing the light up logo. Goodness gracious.
He's got
the box. We're not sponsored. We should be, but we're not.
We celebrated Christmas slightly early just because of the way family schedules and things popped off. So half of our Christmas was done, and I got new headset.
Ooh-wee.
And let me tell you, I can hear the spit in Presto's mouth when he says words.
That is, if I knew you were going to give such an unsettling answer, I would have asked a different question.
So the headset is absolutely phenomenal, and this is actually from in Discord. One of our friends and followers, Captain Ascension. So thank you, Captain.
Captain. I would recommend, and this again is not sponsored, this is just the best controller that I've ever had. The Power A Fusion is an absolute banger. You ready for this? Look at this. You got the programmable guys on the back, and then magnetic swappable faceplate, comes with white and black, removable thumbsticks.
Why are you tearing apart your controller?
Because it's a removable thumbstick. It's too dark. I can't see how to put it back on. No, it comes with two different height of. I really can't see what I'm doing.
Oh, so you can adjust the height of the stick so that you're tall or short.
You can have a short thumbstick or a taller thumbstick. I've never played with taller thumbsticks, and I have to say I'm a pretty big fan of it now. There we go. So it has a black and white faceplate, and it's just magnetic. It's that easy. So good. And it's heavy. It's like 1.5 times heavier than a regular Pro Controller. And now my Monster Hunter's like, are we gonna hunt now?
Ooh, Genshin. I haven't played Genshin in such a long time.
Yeah, Genshin has a new card game, tradable card game, that everybody's been telling me about.
Yeah.
But I ain't going back. When they start releasing Genshin for the Switch, I'll think about it.
Yes.
I'll think about it. But yeah, I want a new mic. I want a new mic for Christmas. That would be pretty nice. Shanta. What do you get? So what do you want, Corporal? What's on ye list?
There's really not a whole lot that I need. I don't when you're younger, and let's talk about this for a quick moment. We have the time. The Nintendads, right? We are the Nintendads. We are the fathers of children that play video games, specifically Nintendo, right? We've got children who have hopes and dreams and aspirations. They're filled with bright eyes and hopes that we're going to last, hopefully, until they're much older than we are. But we both know that this world will suck the life out of them before then.
Oh, God. You've been watching too much Wednesday. You've been watching too much Wednesday Addams.
But when you're younger, there is all of these great, wonderful, magical things that are being developed and created. And as a child, you don't know any better. And you're like, oh, I want this, I want that. When we were younger, it started with the Tamagotchis and Pokemon cards and
Listen, speak for yourself. There's still plenty of cool things that I want. I still want Pokemon cards. They're cool. I like them.
I don't have anything that I want. My inner child is dead.
Let me send you a link to my Amazon wish list, and we'll see about that.
Okay.
The Nintendads downloadable content, Emo Corporal.
Yo,
I already know what I have under the tree. Oh, yes, Fate. I can't wait for you to get that new computer.
I am
man.
going
I'm
to put the
excited.
black eyeshadow on and wear all black and, like, dye my hair black. And
Corporal's talking about when I was a young boy. Yeah.
Such a
So
sad
that's true. There's less cool toys that you can reasonably want to get for Christmas
like
as an adult.
I could say I want like rappelling and climbing gear because like I would like to get back into doing that kind of stuff. I would like
Time
like,
is what every
yes,
Nintendad wants for
every
Christmas.
father and my own father in Facebook chat can attest to this. Every father wants more time in his day, whether that's time for himself or time with his family or time to just get chores around the house done, but we need more time.
And less games coming out in June. Like, come on, communicate. It's yeah, that's all we got for tonight's episode, folks. What does the rest of this week's stream schedule look like? Is there really
Saturday?
There's no stream till Saturday.
Yeah. And Saturday, and then I'm gonna do Sunday.
Yeah, Saturday. Street Fighter 6
Street Fighter
beta.
6.
Oh, I'm so excited. Hadouken.
Yo, I'm mad. I'm mad. Fate Maker in the Twitch chat has brought me sad news. I'm sad about Hogwarts Legacy. I really am. But I do hear you in the Star Wars being able to be played now. So there's
Emo, Corporal, Lizard, Wizard, and Chicken.
Oh, my 3 separate personalities.
I think my only like alternative look for the stream is when we do big Splatoon streams because I put on the purple sunglasses and I wear the Splatoon shirt or the crab shirt.
Yeah.
I don't have nearly the visual diversity as you.
Fate Maker, since you're going to miss this Saturday's D&D session, I will give you a quick sneak peek for what's coming.
Oh God.
Hello. You don't belong here.
Okay, before Corporal scares off all the people that are only listening to the audio version, he put on a scary mask and did the scary thing, because I'm guessing that our D&D session on Saturday is going to be spooky.
Spooky.
And not spooky like Spooky Hunt, who's in our Twitch chat, but like actually spooky. Okay, now my childhood is dead. I got a clip of the Nintendads singing the Ninja Turtles. Oh my God.
Oh, no.
That clip.
Yes.
I have seen that clip so many times, and for whatever reason, it is so loud.
Is it really?
It is. Anytime it gets played, it like you can't hear anything else because it gets played on Tom's stream all the time, and it's you can't hear the game, yep. You can't hear him, you just hear our stupidity at max volume. I don't know how. Somebody clipped it, and now it lives forever.
Anyway, that's good.
That's our episode, everybody. Thanks for coming through. Again, come hang out on our Discord with us. Come hang out in the Snap Clash Discord for competitive Marvel Snap. Thrilled to be partnered with them. And I will see you... Oh, Tom clipped.
Yeah.
I will see you on Saturday with Street Fighter Closed Beta. What are you going to play on Sunday, Corporal? Pokemon?
Probably more Pokemon.
Pokemans?
Pokemon!
Alright, everybody. Have a great night. We will catch you later. Bye.
Peace.